Breaking news! We got a crazy cunt loose, practically trying to shove her OCs down everyone's esophagus like it's her fat fucking cock. Apparently giving people a surprise yeast infection in their throat and ears for a month just wasn't enough for her. After this cheesy incident, she went online and started posting on social media and trying to find any social outlet to show her OCs like she's trying to show how big her fucking cock is, and possibly to share a whole bunch of unsolicited punny jokes.
Hey guys, you want to hear about my OCs? You want to hear about my OCs, guys? I broke into the broadcast signal because I really wanted to talk about my OCs. You want to hear about how, I hung my OCs by their toes as they watched their parents be skinned alive? And that's how he lost his left testicle. Pretty deep, right? Pretty deep. I mean, physically and psychologically pretty deep. So I had another art video that I was actually going to do before this one. But this really caught my attention, and I simply couldn't take my compound eyes off of it. I just really couldn't. I mean, there's other things I really can't take my eyes off. But when I saw this, holy shit, I've been waiting for this. This is my goals, my dreams. Well, it's half of my goals and dreams. It's halfway there. But I've always been looking for something like this. And I'm like, fucking finally someone created it, because I'm not smart enough to create it. I can create art, obviously. I create all the stuff I want to create. But when it comes to technology-based stuff, you can forget about it, alright? My brain cells have already, they decided they didn't want to, renew their rent for the next year whenever it comes to this technological stuff. But anyways, yeah, so I found this thing because I was doom scrolling on TikTok, because that's just what we typically do nowadays, I guess. But, yeah, I came across this thing called OSHA violations. Yes, OSHA violations. That's exactly what I was going to talk about here. OC Social Network, which, I'm kind of surprised they haven't made something like this earlier. Unless I was just fucking stupid as usual, and I just didn't fucking see it. I mean, I got these big compound eyes. You think I'd be able to see things better, but apparently not. And then need another set or three on top of my eyes to see what I'm looking for. Yeah, no, I found this, and I set up one of my characters on there. It's my human character, Katie, and whatnot. But I set her up on there, and I'm like, alright, so I have an idea of a couple, posts, when I start doing it, I saw this, listen, I really started getting some ideas in my head. It's listen, I gotta do some of my characters, for some meme ideas. I think what I'm gonna do is, maybe I'll do, a little, wheel turn thing, it picks, an item or two for me, and then I gotta put them in that scenario. No, I am not gonna use the eggplants. The eggplants and cucumbers, they're fucking mine. They're not theirs, alright? That's something, I don't even have to wheel turn that. That's something that's gonna stay specifically to me. Yeah, it's for the people I've ducked. But anyways, yeah, I really want to get right into this. And, well, the first thing I gotta do is, actually find a meme I can go off of whatnot.
The gasp! You caught me using my own references. Dun dun dun! Yeah, so, usually whenever I'm doing my art, sorry if there's, literally shit all over the place, when you see me doing my art, like this in my speed, paints. This is one of the reasons why I don't do speed paints. It's because my workboard is such a goddamn, just, an orgy. It's an orgy of, a whole bunch of just references that, references or, art of my characters that I have to, see what I'm doing exactly. I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking it, but this is just usually how I have it set up. But I guess another way to put it is detective with has the board and all the pictures on it and different things connecting to it. That's something that I pretty much do with my art. So you're probably not seeing a lot of it. I'm actually watching my speedy as I do a quick speedy speech here. But there's usually a lot on my board whenever I'm doing my art. But anyways, here I'm doing my character. Her name is Katie, and she's work in progress veterinarian in my story, The Amazing Turtle Cat. I actually need to make actual descriptions of my characters, because I actually don't have anything to read off her, which is maybe it's for the best or good right now, because she actually, well, I'm working on my story, but she doesn't show up until a little bit later, in the beginning, it was like the story actually started out with her in the beginning, but then I like really changed it around, and now she comes like a little bit later. Because the story is it's the story. I mean, it is called the Amazing Turtle Cat, so it's like, well, it's like the fuck I would not have Turtle Cat as like one of the first characters I would see. It doesn't really make any sense, but I'm glad to change it because I actually like it a lot better. Originally, actually, I was what was I doing besides for like picking my nose? I don't remember. I don't remember what I was about to say. I totally lost track, especially when I said pick my nose. I was just trying to be funny there for a second because I'm a haha person. But yeah, that just actually fucked up my whole entire thought process. No, I screwed myself over, man. Is that gay? I don't know. But yeah, anyway, so she actually just doesn't show up a little bit later. She's still at the beginning of the story, but it's like a little bit later at the beginning of the story that she shows up and whatnot. But yeah, overall, I guess the information I can give about her is, she's pretty like happy-go-lucky. She's like really extroverted. Unlike me, I'm like introverted. I get tired of people's bullshit pretty fucking quickly. But with her, like, she actually, it makes sense that she's even in this pose because, she's about the life, she's about the party. And, I kind of imagine as well that, again, she's a work in progress, like, veterinarian. So she still has, like, all these bad habits, like, sooner or later, someday, like, she's going to have to get rid of. Like, she stays up super late, or, like, she wakes up in the middle of the night, like, she, like, goes out to, like, some form of 7-Eleven in my universe where she just goes and like gets some chips or something, and she's always like running late everywhere. So she is it's not just being a veterinarian work in progress, but I think she's overall like a work in progress type of gal. Where it's like, hey girls, like you're like gonna have to change this stuff up, otherwise you're gonna be lagging behind for a little bit longer than you think. Anyways, we're moving on to Turtle Cat here. Oh, I forgot to mention. So I decided to go off these two memes. So with her, I went off like the weird like SpongeBob meme where like he's like doing his weird like turkey dance or something. I don't know, but I thought it was like really funny, and I tried to just have her wear like a weird shirt and like be missing a shoe. And with Turtle Cat, I just thought it'd be funny if she was like uh freaking drunk on like milk or something at this party as they're out. Um, and I based Turtle Cat off the image of like the weird like coughing cat. Since she kind of just came up. But yeah, so in this, I mean, originally it was just going to actually be Katie, but then I actually added on my main character Turtle Cat, in there with her and whatnot. And she's oh yeah, right here, like I edited the fingers. I actually got pissed at myself here when I look back in the in my recording, and sped this up. I'm like, oh shit, it's like I forgot to add her webbing. Turtle Cat has like webbing in between her fingers and stuff. Yeah, so Turtle Cat, if it's not obvious, she is part well, very specifically, she is part to believe to be some sort of sea turtle because she has like fins like on like the back of her body along with like the little like turtle tail and then plus the shell. And then the cat part is I imagine she's like that there's like a blue Scottish fold cat or something, like very specifically that, because yeah, of course I wanted her to be that because it's like, well, it has blue in there, and I guess they kind of look a little bit blue. She just doesn't have the folded ears, that's all. But yeah, no, I believe in the past, like I said, she was like part Persian cat, but then I decided to make it like just different. I mean, I think they kind of look a little bit similar, I guess, but I don't think as I remember the Scottish Bluefold, I don't think they have like smushed faces. So I'm like, I don't know, she flew into a window and just smashed her face, and now she's like a pug or something. But I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense that her face does look like that because she is like a mishmash of like, you know, two different animals. So I guess it just won't look completely the same. I mean, especially like she doesn't even walk; she like floats around too. Like I made animations a long time ago of her like floating around, and well, they don't work anymore because like I made them in Flash, and like Flash isn't like you can't like see it anymore on the internet. So I don't even know if I can get those original files and save them as something else to like show them off. Maybe I should just make a new animation altogether of her like floating around. I actually, speaking of floating around, I actually do have like a picture of her. Not a picture of her. Sorry, I have an animation of her where she is like in the water, like with her pet fish Hubble, and she's like 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 kind of playfully like pushing like Hubble in the water or something, or like trying to make him do tricks or some stupid shit, and like he's so done with her shit. So yeah, Hubble, like she has a pet fish as well named Hubble. I feel like I'm really cram slamming like a lot of stuff in here, so I'm sorry if I'm doing that. But anyways, on to the next one. There's actually something I forgot to add in the last like drawing I was doing of my characters, but I think a lot of people are sometimes maybe a little bit afraid to draw their characters looking non-photo like photogenic. Like I mean, and you saw like the example like I used myself as reference, but like the reference I used to myself was like pretty unphotogenic, but trust me to say this, girl. If I need to pop it, I can pop it and stop it, okay? So like don't even come at me. Every girl who talks like anybody who talks like that, they're doing it on purpose. Nobody seriously talks like that. I don't even know how the hell that they deal with themselves. Anyways, oh shit, I didn't even start this video yet, so it's probably gonna look a little bit weird now that I'm like starting it out. But yeah, so anyways, this character or I guess this meme that I'm doing is this next meme that I'm doing. Meme number 2 is where there's like this picture of this guy like holding his like baby up to like a security camera, and you like see the baby like on a monitor and stuff like up really close. I've actually seen some other artists actually do this already with their characters. And I'm like, it's like I gotta get on the bandwagon with this. But yeah, when I was looking at the OC social network thing, like actually some people had done it, and I'm like, oh shit! It's like, well, I definitely got to grab onto this and do it now. But I thought I would definitely use make characters, and well, obviously no shit, I'm gonna fucking use my character. Oh, I'm gonna use my characters and just OC making videos. Yeah. Man, I just sound fucking stupid sometimes, but yeah, so anyways, so for the dad, quote unquote dad character that's in the picture, I decided to use my character. His name is Bear. He is not a bear. I call him like a forest bear cat or something. Like he's just some sort of like species animal that I have. And yeah, anyways, so he's like a really, really big character. Like when he's standing up like on his hind legs, he's like 12 foot something, you know what I mean? So he's one of them basketball players. That's what I'm saying. Um, but pretty much what he's doing is like holding Katie up to like the security camera so she can do like her little pose or whatever else. I imagine she's saying something like "Hi, oh, silver away." So actually, when I was thinking of that, I was thinking of Ace Ventura, which is a great bomber movie. I love it. Um, Along with Tommy Boy. Tommy Boy was another fucking good movie. Holy shit, dude. There's like so many good movies. I remember I was trying to search up movies with what's his name, Chris Fallon or something, the guy who played in Tommy Boy.
Chris Farley, you dumb bitch.
But I was actually like trying to like look. I remember one time I was trying to look him up to see like what other movies he played in, just to figure out that he died from like a drug overdose or something. It's like, oh shit! It's like this is the way I figure it out through this. But sorry, I'm kind of getting off subject from here. But yeah, the High Ho Silver Away, which is from like the Ace Ventura movie, apparently it came from a different movie. So in that movie, he was referencing another movie. Pretty much as I understand that's what he was doing. So, Jesus Christ, my fucking bad. But yeah, I figured it out like a different way. Like I'm like, oh, it's like I mean, technically it was from Ace Ventura. So I technically wasn't wrong. I just didn't know the origin of that origin. So there's an origin to the origin. Pretty much. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Well, I really wish that Jim Carrey was actually my dad, because, dude, that would be so fucking cool if he was my dad. And holy shit, I was just talking about Jim Carrey the whole entire fucking time we were doing this, and not really about the art that I was doing here. Wow, that's amazing, awesome, fantastic. But yeah, I decided to change the picture a bit by, like, adding Turtle Cat, like, in the foreground, but she's, like, kind of blurred, because the camera's like not focusing on her, and it's mainly focusing on my character Bear holding up Katie to like the security camera and whatnot. I know the background is shit. I get it. I'm not very good at backgrounds, and I know I need to work on it. I thought I did an okay job at the shelf that I made with like the candy on it, and I mean, what I did was, I know this sounds kind of a little bit ridiculous, but I was actually looking at background references for the Powerpuff Girls. Actually, Powerpuff Girls is actually one of the inspirations I had to making like my character Turtle Cat, actually, because like she flies around too, but like with bubbles and like a stream of water behind her, not like some like power like source behind her like the Powerpuff Girls have. But yeah, anyway, so going back to the background, so I was actually looking at references of backgrounds for the Powerpuff Girls because they're very like minimal, like they're minimalistic. Oh my fucking god, Jesus Christ, yeah, I can't do it. I'm trying. But I put that element like in not just I tried to do it for the shelf at least, but for like the candy boxes and stuff that were on the side. And I also was trying to make them smaller as well to show like Bear is like a really big character. And I was actually looking at his nails like on the back of Katie's neck, and I had like a really deep dark thought. It's like, dude, it's like what Bear could do is like take like his two thumbs, like his nails, and like he could just literally puncture the back of Katie's like skull or something, or like her spine, and she would like go completely limp and like she'd be unable to walk anymore. I know that's really dark, but that's like the type of power that Bear has. He's like a really really big bear. I mean, I call him a bear cat, but I think there actually is a species called bear cat, but it's like not even a bear and a cat, and it just looks like this humongous weird like badger with like a weasel face or something. I don't know how to explain it. I'll probably just bring a picture up on here exactly how it looks. But to be honest, I really like the actual bear cat species. It actually does look cute, and I actually do like it. But yeah, I think I gave Bear like I have to go back into my notes and files to look at it exactly, but I think I specifically called him like a forest bear cat or something. Like I gave him like a very specific like species name. I have it like written down somewhere. Obviously, I just don't have it in front of me. I swear to God, I want to make a video about my characters and have some sort of like mini explanation of them and whatnot. But yeah, I actually have like a whole entire story I'm working on, and I think I brought this up in like some other video that I had in the past. And listen, I'm trying to get my eggs in order here. All right, I'm a hen. I'm very fucking busy. I got all these damn fucking eggs I gotta sit on and hatch. God damn it. And the farmer keeps taking half of my fucking eggs, and I gotta start some of the process all over again. It's a pain in my goddamn furry behind, or my feathery behind, whatever the fuck. But yeah, anyways, that's it for the two drawings, and I actually got a couple more memes slotted out for next time. But I had posted these to the OC social network. You know, it's kind of funny. Like I don't even know like what the title of this video is, but I guess I can't even like make it the title of like exactly like what I'm talking about, because the thing is like I kind of just I like 2% of the video was kind of focused on the OC social network, and the other one was just focused on a whole bunch of bullshit and just me like talking about other things that come up in my head. So I mean, I guess it's still a good video. It's just kind of like lost the plot halfway through. So that's my life, man. I talk about something and then I completely go off the plot course. You know what I mean? One minute at work, I blink twice, and all of a sudden, you know, I'm drunk, you know, dead drunk in the Pentagon. And I figure, I was like, how the fuck did I get here? You know, I don't even drink, so like that's even a mystery to begin with, man. Anyways, we're finally here at the end of this goddamn forsaken segment of mine, just rambling on like a rambunctious little child who just, you know, figured out how to pick his nose or something. But anyways, we're at the end here, and I genuinely hope that you enjoyed it all and whatnot, or if you didn't, then I guess you just didn't, and it's going to continue to be this way throughout probably all the other videos. I can't control it. It's just the way it's just going to be. I don't make up the rules. That's all I say, and I say, you know, rules are rules. Sorry. But anyways, if you want to check out that website, you know, well, actually, I guess you can only get it in the App Store. I can't, like, get it on my PC or anything. It's weird. Anyways, I have 3 options for memes that I could possibly do next time in my next video. So the first option I could do is your stepmom. The second option is your stepdad. Or, you know, the third option could be just pure, you know, existential dread. You know, whatever seems to, you know, fill your belly to the fullest. Or I guess their bellies in that, you know, regard, since we're talking about this. Anyways, bye!